al-Karim al-Jili was a prominent Sufi mystic and philosopher who lived during the 14th and 15th centuries. He was born in Jil, a small town, and his spiritual teachings and writings continue to inspire and influence Sufi scholars and seekers of truth to this day. Little is known about al-Jili's early life and upbringing, but it is believed that he received comprehensive education in Islamic sciences including Quranic studies, hadith, and jurisprudence. He excelled in his studies and quickly gained a reputation for his deep insights and spiritual acumen. Al-Jili's spiritual journey took a profound turn when he encountered the teachings of the famous Sufi master Ibn Arabi. Ibn Arabi's writings had a profound impact on al-Jili, and he dedicated himself to the study and contemplation of mystical and metaphysical concepts. He became a fervent disciple of Ibn Arabi and delved deep into the mysteries of Sufism. Hi, I'm Angga Rifka. In this video, we will briefly introduce al-Jili's teachings of Sufism. If you like what I do, please like, share, and subscribe this small channel. You can also support this small channel monetarily, be it PayPal or Patreon, but no pressure to do that. Take care of yourself first. Al-Jili's spiritual quest led him to travel extensively throughout the Islamic world, seeking out renowned Sufi masters and engaging in spiritual conversations and debates. He was known for his humility and sincerity, which endeared him to both his peers and his students. His profound understanding of Sufi teachings and his ability to articulate complex concepts in a clear and accessible manner made him a highly sought-after teacher. During his lifetime, al-Jili composed several influential works that continue to be studied and revered. His most renowned work is al-Kamil, which translates to the perfect man. In this seminal text, al-Jili explores the concept of the perfect human being, delving into the intricate relationship between God, creation, and the individual seeker. He elucidates the stages of spiritual development and the path to realizing one's true nature and purpose. Al-Jili's writing reflects his deep spiritual insights and his ability to synthesize various mystical traditions. He integrated elements from both Sunni and Shia Islam, as well as drawing from the rich heritage of Sufi thought. His works emphasize the unity of our existence and the importance of love, compassion, and self-transformation on the path to spiritual realization. Despite his significant contributions to Sufi philosophy and spirituality, al-Jili's life was not without challenges. He faced criticism and opposition from some conservative religious circles, who viewed his mystical approach as deviating from mainstream Islamic teachings. However, al-Jili's teachings continued to attract a devoted following of spiritual seekers who recognized the profound wisdom and guidance they offered. Karim al-Jili's legacy lives on as his writings continue to inspire and guide seekers of truth and spiritual fulfillment. His profound insights into the nature of reality, the self, and the divine serve as a beacon for those on the mystical path. His emphasis on love, compassion, and self-transformation remains relevant and resonates with individuals across cultures and generations, making him a revered figure in the history of Sufism and Islamic philosophy. What is most well known about al-Jili is that he was a commentator on Ibn Arabi's thought and highly supportive of Ibn Arabi's ideas. He extensively discussed Ibn Arabi's thoughts and commented on several works of Ibn Arabi, such as in his own work titled Sharh Mushkilat al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah, which provides commentary on Ibn Arabi's work al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah. In addition to studying the thoughts of Muslim philosophers and Sufis, al-Jili also delved into Greek philosophy. He read books by Plato, Aristotle, and Pythagoras, whom he referred to as al-Hakim al-Rabbani. Besides writing his magnum opus titled al-Kamil fi Ma'rifatil Awakhir wal Awail, he wrote thousands of books on Sufism and the secrets of the divine during his lifetime. He states that faith is the beginning of the stage of becoming a Sufi, and the end of this stage is unveiling, al-Kashaf. Here gradually the spirituality of a seeker ascends beyond his human aspect. The seeker begins to witness what is hidden from his physical eyes, through the eye of his heart. According to al-Jili, mukashafa is the fruit of mujahata. The heart sees what is concealed by reason and understanding. According to him, the way each person attains reality varies according to the different manifestations of the divine names. He said, quote, individuals differ in each manifestation of his names, and their way of reaching him differs. I do not mention his names except for what has occurred in my journey to God, even everything I mention in my book. I do not mention in my book except what God has unveiled to me during my journey through spiritual unveiling and spiritual insights. According to al-Jili, wahdatul wujud is the fundamental principle that underlies all of creation. It suggests that there is an essential unity and oneness in existence, with everything emanating from and ultimately returning to the divine source. In other words, the entire cosmos is a manifestation of God's presence and attributes. God is known through his diverse manifestations, which vary according to the preparedness and receptiveness of the locus to receive his tajalli. Al-Jili encapsulates this concept by using symbols employed by the Sufis, with the aim of emphasizing the perfect unity of the divine essence. It signifies that only God is the existing one, and there is no existence of any other entity apart from him. Interestingly, al-Jili explains the divine attributes of God through the symbol of a thought. A thought is a constituent of letters, and every letter is composed of dots. Every word consists of letters, each of which begins with a thought. Every thought is the beginning of every letter of the Quran. If we analogize this with God's attributes, then God completes creation like a thought completes a letter. In other words, God, whose perfection is indivisible, perfects everything. Al-Jili also symbolizes the thought as the ipseity of the hidden divine attributes. The symbol signifies the presence of pure unity that is an enduring aspect of everything. As God states in the Quran, everything is perishable except his face. Although thoughts are present in letters, they remain singular in their essence. They are not plural. If the perfect unity of God is realized in everything, then the plurality of existence is found in everything. Al-Jili explains that letters are the signs of tastes of God's essence. Some letters have dots above them, signifying the station, I do not see anything except that I see God before it. Letters with dots beneath them indicate the station, I do not see anything except that I see God after it. There are also letters with a white dot in the middle, like the letter mim, signifying the station, I do not see anything except that I see God within it. Al-Jili divides planes of existence into 40 levels, which he refers to as Ummahat al-Maratib, major planes. The first plane is called Al-Dhat al-Ilahiyah. It is sometimes referred to as Al-Ghaibul Mutlaq, the absolute mystery. Ghaibul Ghaib, the mystery of mystery, or Al-Amma, void. This plane can neither discuss nor beyond the comprehension of creatures. The second plane is Al-Wujud al-Mutlaq, the absolute being. It is the first manifestation of God, the initial descent. This absolute being is always dynamic, continuously moving and forming the divine essence in various forms in accordance with the manifestations of his names and attributes. The third level is Al-Wahidiyah, which is the second descent. It is the origin of the emergence and disappearance of plurality because it is a manifesting and hidden essence. From this level, names, attributes, and all divine manifestation originates. Therefore, it is referred to as Al-A'yan Thabita, or permanent entities, or the source of the universe, or the presence of names and attributes. The emergence of existence from the hidden treasure of the divine essence occurs through divine will while remaining one and without multiplicity. Although names and attributes are multiple, they belong to one essence. All creatures originate from the one creator. There is no plurality in this sense except in a relative sense. The divine descends and at the word of possibility or Alamul Imkan, the 12th level. Al-Jili's understanding of Wahdatul Wujud goes beyond a mere intellectual concept. He believed that true knowledge and realization of this unity can only be attained through direct spiritual experience and inner awakening. this experiential knowledge surpasses intellectual understanding and requires a deep transformation of individuals' consciousness. For al-Jili, the path to realizing Wahdatul Wujud is a journey of self-discovery and self-transcendence. He emphasizes the importance of purifying the self from ego-driven desires and attachments, as these hinder the recognition of the underlying unity. By purifying the heart and mind, one can awaken to the divine reality that permeates all of creation. Al-Jili sees Wahdatul Wujud as a unifying principle that transcends religious and cultural boundaries. He believes that the essence of all spiritual paths is the same, and they all ultimately lead to the realization of the unity of being. Al-Jili recognizes that different traditions may use different terminology and symbols to express this truth, but at their core, they point to the same underlying reality. The one and the many are simply names for two subjective aspects of the one reality. It is a real unity but empirically diverse. This reality is called God. In his seminal work, Al-Insanul Kamil, al-Jili explores the stages of spiritual development that lead to the realization of Wahdatul Wujud. He describes the journey of the seeker as a gradual transformation where the ego's limited perception of separation gives way to a deeper awareness of the interconnectedness and unity of all things. One of the key insights that al-Jili offers is that the recognition of Wahdatul Wujud requires a shift in consciousness from dualistic thinking to a holistic and inclusive worldview. He encourages individuals to transcend the limitations of the ego and embrace a perspective that encompasses the whole of existence. In this expanded consciousness, one can perceive the divine presence in every aspect of life, from the smallest atom to the vastness of the universe. Al-Jili's doctrine doesn't provide a place for the concept of dualism in the form of Lahut and Nasut as in the doctrine of al-Hallaj, because Lahut and Nasut shrink into mere aspects of reality. Lahut and Nasut are the names for the outer and inner aspects. Thereby, al-Jili tries to convey the doctrine of Tashbih and Tanzi of the Creator into one. Al-Jili's thoughts on Wahdatul Wujud have had a profound impact on Sufi philosophy and continue to inspire seekers of truth and spiritual seekers. His emphasis on experiential knowledge and the transformation of the self resonates with those who yearn for a deeper understanding of the underlying unity that connects all beings. Through his teachings, al-Jili invites individuals to embark on a spiritual journey of self-discovery and realization, ultimately leading to the recognition of the divine unity that permeates all of existence. Thank you for keeping following and supporting this small channel, and a big thank you for all of you who have recently donated either in PayPal or Patreon. I'll see you next time.